Everybody to the 2025 Mountain West Football Championship post-game press conference. We are live on the Mountain West Network. I'm Jesse Kurtz. For those in the room, if you could, please silence your cell phones. If you do have a question, raise your hands. We have mic runners that will get the mic to you. When you do have a question, please state your name and your affiliation ahead of your question. On stage here, joined by Dan Mullen, Anthony Calandria, and Marcel McDuffie of the UNLV Rebels. We're going to start with the head coach, a comment from Dan Mullen, and then we'll get to the student athletes. We'll take all questions for student athletes. We will then dismiss them and then return to the head coach. Coach, we'll start with a quick comment from you.
Yeah, tough loss. Great job by Boise. Give them a lot of credit. Good plan. They're a very good football team. Very well coached, disciplined football team. So give them credit on winning the game tonight. I'm proud of our guys, the effort they gave, how they all came together throughout the course of the season. Nobody knew each other last January, and this team came together to compete for a championship, and I'm proud of the effort our guys gave from beginning to end of the season. I'm really proud of the effort they gave since last January, buying into what we've tried to do, what we've tried to build, how we've played together as a team.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Again, questions for our student athletes first. We'll start with you.
Yeah, Paloma Villicana with Fox 5. Marcel, I know this is a tough loss for you, but how proud are you of this completely new team coming together this season?
I'm extremely proud. When we first came together in January, whole new roster, whole new coach staff, only a couple of returners. And for us to just buy in and work hard and work together and come together as a family to get to this moment and get to this game, I couldn't be more proud and happy with my guys. We went out there and we gave it our all. Sometimes it just doesn't go out the way you want. You just got to charge to this game and keep it moving.
Down 21-0 in the first half. What can you say about the second half response from your defense?
Man, we all just went out there and it was just 30 minutes left. Why not just go out and give it everything you got? And that's the main thing I'm proud of with my guys. We all went out there and we just kept going. No matter if they made it explosive, we got to stop. We just kept going, we kept leaning on each other. And like I said, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But there's no reason to hold our heads down and be upset. We still had a great season and we still got ball left to play.
What can you say about Coach Mullen leading this team to 10 wins this season?
One of the best coaches I've ever been around. His knowledge for the game, his IQ, and just the way he has fun with us. He's almost like, even though he's older than us, he has the energy of a 25-year-old, 20-year-old college student. So I'm so grateful to him and the opportunity he gave me. And we still got one more to go with him, so looking forward to it.
Anthony, a tough loss tonight. I see the emotion in your eyes. What are you feeling right now?
Yeah, no, it sucks. You worked so hard during the offseason. We came here in January, 70 transfers, and we wanted this moment right here, this game, and Boise outplayed us today.
What did you think about the aggression you saw on offense? Just going for it on fourth down, what did you like about the aggression tonight?
Yeah, no, we had to convert those fourth downs, just us being down all game. But no, we didn't execute at a high level in the second half.
What can you say about the future of this program, all the talent that Dan Mullen has brought to UNLV?
Yeah, no, Coach Mullen does a great job bringing in portal guys, and no, I'm super excited to recruit some new portal guys for next year.
Questions from the room for our student athletes. So we got one right down here.
So for you, a guy that's been around this program, third straight year against the same team in the same spot in the season, does it just feel like it's almost like the final boss you just can't get past?
I mean, yeah, you work so hard to get to this moment, third straight year against the same team, and you go in, put in all the work, and you want to win, you do everything you can to win. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want it to. It's just a part of life. It's just a part of the game. Everything doesn't go the way you want it to sometimes. I'm just proud of my team and the way we came out and competed for 60 minutes.
One for Anthony. It seemed like you guys got really going eventually, but the first couple drives had a tough time, getting kind of started. Did it feel like that to you? And I guess what is it that clicked you finally did get going?
Yeah, no, I feel like we figured out what they were doing on defense, and we started to execute those two drives in the second half, and then later in the fourth quarter, we just couldn't put it together, and that starts with me too.
Any additional questions from none? Fellas, appreciate your time. Good luck in your bowl game.
Thank you, appreciate it.
We'll continue with questions for head coach Dan Mullen. Down here in front.
A grainy review drill. know, Dan, you talked all year about championships, winning the championship, everything. You got this far with 70 transfers. I mean, did they overdo what you thought? What brought this team together to get to this point?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say that we overdo it. We brought the guys in that believed in that, you know, and you had guys like Marcel that has led this team, you know, led this program, you know, and in today's world, stick around, believed in the program. There weren't a lot of guys that stuck around from the year before. He's one that did, and but brought in a lot of new guys. And you know, I think the mindset this team had from day one was that they wanted to win a championship. I mean, we in recruiting, we talk about it, and it's not easy to do. It's really hard to do. But to do it, you know, we talked all year, these are the things you have to do to become a championship team. I mean, we went out and won 10 games, you know, won the regular season title in the league. We ended up in first in the league in the regular season. Those guys bought in to do all those things and, you know, faced adversity, ups and downs throughout the whole year, lots of different things. But I think, you know, I wouldn't say we exceeded expectations because I think we met our expectations, which is what, you know, these guys were. I mean, our goal beginning of the year was to be a better team at the end of the year than we were at the beginning of the year. And I think, you know, you watch us from early in the season throughout the course of this year, we made so many different improvements. So many guys got better. The team got better. How we executed, how we played got better throughout the course of the year. So I'm proud of these guys for accomplishing that. That's how you win. You know, it's easy to say we want to win a championship. That's easy to say. And how? And that takes a lot of buy-in and a lot of mental toughness, you know, and for the last 16 weeks, I think we've been 16 weeks since we played that 16-week season. These guys showed up every single week and gave everything they had.
Another down front.
Coach, at the Las Vegas Review Journal, big plays again were an issue for Boise State, putting up, I think, 5 plays of 35 or more.
Yeah.
But the one in particular is a third down. You had cut it to 20-21. They snuck that receiver across the campus. How crushing was that play?
That was, you know, the miscommunication. We had the blown coverage right there, or man coverage, and we bumped and you know, we double teamed the one guy and nobody covered the other guy. So coverage error, that was frustrating. Obviously, there's a lot of frustrating things, both sides of the ball. You know, we made a lot of mistakes in you know, in champions, when you're playing top level teams, Boise is a top level team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, right? You know, you watch them play all year. You know, I guess you know you don't see them make very many mistakes as a team. And you know, you make those mistakes and they capitalize on it. You know, it's you're not going to win the game. And you know, again, I think we're going to go back, watch the film, see a lot of different things, people that can, you know, sit there and say, hey, we could have done this better, could have done that better, could have done this better. You know, and you got to learn from it and continue to grow.
Sean Goodman, Idaho Statesman. Coach, obviously conference realignment, Boise leaving. What can UNLV mean going forward to this conference, especially being one of the flagship programs?
Yeah, it's a lot, right? I mean, you look at you know, kind of the conference filling up, it's kind of split down the middle, right? I mean, there are 4 teams tied for the title, 2 stay, 2 go. I mean, kind of, you know, but I mean, that's just the realignment of college football, of how it is. We're going to line up and play who we got to play on the schedule week in and week out. And you know, hopefully continue to win. I mean, UNLV history. UNLV has not had a lot of success in the past, and guys like Marcel McDuffie have changed that. And you know, and it's the guys that are sticking around to keep that alive and keep that going as one of the top programs on the West Coast.
Mike Cooper, Scarlet Standard. Coach, is this a series that you want to keep going in the future?
Sure. I mean, it's a, you know, listen, we get. I mean, I'd love to say it's kind of a budding robber. I mean, I've been here for, played him 5 times in 2 years. Is that right?
Yeah. 5 times, 3 years.
5 times in 3 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot, right? I mean, I haven't played a team that much since West High School and when I was at Trinity, you know what I mean? I mean, that's a lot, so I guess there's a little bit of a rivalry. We gotta win one to make it a rivalry, a little bit more of a rivalry. I think it'd be, good game. I think the fans are passionate about playing each other. The kids like playing each other, so I think it would be great, but, you know, I mean, again, you gotta see how the schedules play out. I like playing against great teams. Spencer's got a great team. It's a great program. You know what I mean? And if you look at how we try to schedule, we're trying to schedule the best, and these guys are a great program, and we want to love to compete against. I mean, right? I think it'd be fun. I mean, we played in three straight championships. A lot of times with playoff bids on the line. We go into recruiting, we finished 1 and 2 nationally in recruiting. In whatever, a group of six now, or whatever it is. You know, I think it shows there's a lot of power on the West Coast, and these are two really good programs that played each other.
Coach Donald Hicks, Garland Gray Free Press. You and Anthony have talked all season about just improving his developmental as a quarterback, and especially the completion percentage. Tonight it falls at about 47%. Is there something that Boise State did defensively?
Good job in man coverage. They did a really good job contesting throws, getting pressure, giving up different looks. We had a couple drops. You know, the fumble early hurt. You know, and then, you know, we got behind the chains. You look, I mean, it was a massive differential in penalties. Although it is what it is, right? I mean, a massive differential in penalties. I probably saw it a little differently than they did. But that put us behind the chains a bunch, and, you know, those are a little bit trickier situations. You're trying to, you know, when you're forced to throw the ball, they know you're throwing it. Compared to, and you give them credit, you know, and their quarterback did a nice job, and you play with a lead, you know, and you're kind of run and play action, throwing the ball. It's a little easier position to be in as a quarterback, and but I'm not taking anything away from him. I mean, he did a really nice job, and had some nice combinations, created some openings, created some matchups to get guys open, and yeah, having the fumble on the first drive, that was a big momentum killer. They came back, that throw, I think they had a 3rd and 15. They made a hell of a throw across the middle into coverage right there. You know, so they made some of these big plays we didn't make in the course of the game. That was a hell of a throw and a catch on a huge play early in the game that they made. You know, and that's, I mean, championship games, you got to make those big plays, and you make the toughest ones, you're probably going to win the game. They made more than we did.
Coach Wayne Touche, Rebel Sportsnet. And when you reflect on this season, I know you got one more game left for the bowl, but as you reflect your first season here at UNLV, you know, how would you characterize this first season for you?
I have a weird answer that I'll give you in this current moment, because right now it sucks. Losing sucks, right? I mean, absolutely sucks. But I'd categorize this year with this team as a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun to be around. I really enjoyed coaching this group. We had a lot of characters on this team. They're a wild crew. But it was a lot of fun for me to come in and have this crew believe and buy into what we were trying to do, buy into what we were doing, you know, come in. Like I said, I think Boise had, you know, you look at the program, hopefully we get their program wide. I mean, they have more returning starters than we had returning roster members, I think it was, possibly. But you know what, when they came together, for that group to come together the way this team did, they were a lot of fun to be around. I mean, I don't think we had a bad day. I shouldn't say we had a bad day of practice. We had some bad practices, but you know, we didn't have a bad day. There wasn't a bad day. There wasn't a day where I don't think everybody loved being around each other and loved being on this team. So even though it sucks right now, I would characterize this year as a lot of fun and a great group of people to be around.
We'll leave it at that. Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Congratulations
guys.
on the great season, and look forward to your bowl game.
Thank you.